Hey everybody, I'm Dale Witmer from Piedmont Airlines. We're here at Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, one of our 7 maintenance facilities. Tonight, we have 4 aircraft coming into the facility that our highly trained aircraft mechanics will be working on. Anything from inspections, light bulbs, servicing, hydraulics, pneumatics, to engine changes. What our planning department does is they get a work package together of all these things that they would like us to work on the aircraft. You know what? Instead of me telling you, let me show you. At Piedmont, we fly the Embraer 145. Let me show you the flight deck. In the flight deck, aircraft mechanics are responsible to fix everything in here. Navigation systems, radios, flight controls, engine controls, braking, nose wheel steering, our lighting, heating, air conditioning, everything in this flight deck we're responsible for fixing. It's crazy, isn't it? Let me show you the cabin. Now we're in the aircraft cabin. There are so many things in the cabin that our aircraft mechanics are responsible to fix. Our seat trays, our seat cushions, armrests, our recline function of our seats, our window shades, reading lights, air conditioning vents, and of course our overhead lockers for the passengers' carry-on luggage. But there's so many things in here. Could you imagine how many things are outside the aircraft? Let's take a look. In addition to inspecting the interior of the aircraft, we have to pay special attention to the exterior of the aircraft. We inspect the whole fuselage and the wings, and especially the landing gear. So on our landing gear, we obviously inspect for tire pressure and tire wear. We inspect the brakes for wear limits and of course leakage. On our landing gear components, our actuators, we inspect them for leakage and wear limits. And of course, we lubricate the landing gear to keep them functioning properly. We also have to inspect our aircraft engine. On the engine, we have many components: hydraulic pumps, fuel pumps, fire suppression systems. Actually, we're changing an engine on a different aircraft. Let's go check it out. So this is the engine that we prepped to hang on this aircraft. It does look a little bit different than the one we're removing. That's because many components from the installed engine need to be removed to be put on this engine as we hang it. Let's take a closer look. But before we can take this engine off, we have to disconnect fuel lines, bleed lines, engine harnesses. After the engine's removed, right, then we'll transfer the components over, like the thrust reverser, the intake, hydraulic pumps, air turbine starters, generators, all have to be transferred onto the new engine before we hang it.
The tear apart process takes 2 hours to do. There's connections from the plane to the engine that we have to take off in order to get the engine from free to take off. Also, just getting certain things off now helps it a little, makes everything go a little smoother. When we get the engine on the ground, it's a little easier to do stuff up here than down there.
We went ahead and disconnected all the fluid lines and the harnesses from the engine that'll stay on the pylon. So then we're getting ready to hook this hoist up here. We'll hook this up to the engine, we'll jack it up, take the weight off, take the through bolts out, and then once we have all 4 through bolts out, we'll drop the engine slowly.
So now you can see we have the engine removed, but before we install the new engine, we have to do a detailed inspection of the mounts, the harnesses, and bleed pipes to make sure there's no deformities, corrosion, or anything that looks abnormal. So now that we have both engines side by side, we're taking components off the removed engine and we're going to install them on the new engine. Of course, as we're doing that, we're inspecting for also any deformities or leakage of those pumps, cracks in the bleed pipes, or any kind of fraying in the harnesses. We have to be sure we're putting on quality components onto the new engine. We also have to take the intake and the thrust reverser off and install that onto the new engine. Once we do that, we'll be mounting it in a few minutes. So the pylon passed all its inspections. All we need to do now is mount the thrust reverser to the new engine to the aircraft, do a few power runs, and we'll release the aircraft for safe flight.
We got the inlet and the thrust reverser installed, and now that we've moved the new engine back onto the aircraft, we're currently installing the 4 engine mounts. There's 2 upper and 2 lower. So normally we'll have somebody up on the pylon to work the upper mounts while we work the lower mounts, and QC will observe while we install the bolts, torque the bolts, and then safety the bolts using cotter keys.
As you can see, a lot has to happen for us to make sure that our aircraft are safe for our customers. From simple light bulb changes, routine inspections, and of course, even tonight we did an engine change. It was my pleasure giving you a tour. I hope you enjoyed it.